Hmm. If someone is tuning in for the first time, and what could they expect? They can expect genuine conversations about real estate, for one. They can expect genuine conversations about business, sales, how to navigate and how to be your own brand. Like, you are a walking brand. And I want to instill that into people. And I feel like if I could have told my 16-year-old self or 21-year-old self, like, you are a walking brand, you are your own business, and you can still channel in so many different things in life, but don't be afraid to channel in who you are. And I think that's so important. And today we have so many different avenues and so many different ways where you can project your brand. Social media has changed the game, from Instagram to Facebook to TikTok. Everything is so channeled in. And so if you're tuning in and someone is like, What's this series about? What's this about? It's more so about balance. How do you balance out life? How do you balance out work, your career? How do you balance out being a parent? How do you balance out being in a relationship? And it's just so important because we know how to do our jobs. We know how to be great parents. We know how to be great partners, but it's when the balance comes into play. And I just want to instill that importance of balance, importance of how you feel mentally and how you feel physically. So if you tune in, you can just, I didn't want to focus on just real estate. I wanted it to be of a whole. So as much as I have such a business mindset, as much as I want to instill the business in everyone, I also want to instill the balance and well-being of how we navigate life with so many things that get thrown at us. So you can expect a little bit of everything when it comes to that. Who is Jasmine Wadi? I am a mom. I'm a realtor. I'm a fun girl. I'm all about having a good time. I'm all about being around my family. I am very energetic. I'm very genuine. Um, I just love to be in the mix of anything that can teach me something. I love being innovative. I love trying new things, whether it's a new task, a new hobby, a new idea. My brain is always thinking. I'm a creative. So I like to find different ways to create and make those come to life, such as, this series that I'm doing, The Move In. And I just love to write down my ideas. My brain is always going, and it just allows me to really act on what I love. And it just makes me happy knowing that anything that I put my mind to, I can do it when I see it come to life. I used to have a clothing brand and I was the same way. I just always have so many ideas and I always want to make sure it's done to close as perfection in my eyes. And even then, I like to exceed the expectation to know that you are who you are. I like being myself. I'm as authentic as I can be, as authentic as I feel like it comes. And I'm just a confident person. And I'm an open person, and I'm a open book, and I love conversation, and I love debates, and I went to school for science, and I used to be a teacher and a project manager. So I have so many hats that I wear. And I'm just proud of myself to just keep on going and keep on adding things to my resume, because the sky's the limit. And I just love trying new things and watching them come to life. What inspired the movement? So, like I said, I love conversations. I love debates. I love getting into people's heads. I love to see how people think. Um, so I'm just being in real estate, wanting to be able to connect with so many people. You can only do so much at a time. And I want people to see me, and I want people to see how I think and how I connect and what I think is important. And it's hard to do that when you can't be 500 places at once. So I just wanted people to kind of channel in my idea and my perspective of life and work and balance and mental health. So I came up with the move in because obviously moving in, it to me, when I go to closing and I'm with my buyer or I'm with a seller and we're at that closing table, that move in means a fresh start. You are taking on a fresh start to a different journey. No matter if you're an investor, no matter if you're renting, no matter if you're moving or selling, this is a fresh start for you. Every day is a fresh start. Every second that you just didn't have to get it right is another start to get it right. So I took that idea and I'm like, what can I title this series? And I came up with the move-in. It's perfect. It's like play on words. It has to do with real estate. It has to do with my business. It has to do with my brand and what I do every day, my career. And then it also has a play on how I feel about life and how I feel about mental health and how I feel about everyone's journey. And every journey has the opportunity to start over, no matter how many times you have to do it. And yeah, we came up with the move-in. Let's see. I do wear a lot of hats. I do. I am a mom. My biggest hat. I am in a relationship, so I have a partner who I dearly love. I'm a realtor. I have been a teacher. I have been a project manager. I have been in marketing. I have been representative. I have had a clothing brand and I ran my own clothing brand that was very successful that I have yet to give up on. But I do wear a lot of hats. And will you get I will give as much authenticity. That's a crazy word. I will give as real as I can be. I meet people from the jump and I get connections, male, female, friend, coworkers, and I am real. And one thing I do is I advocate for myself. I'm always asking questions and I'm always advocating for myself. And that is as real as it comes, and I will try to give as much PG-13 real on this series. And I want people just to see how I balance things. How do I balance things? I just try to keep a close connection with God. I try to pray. I try to keep the mindset that everything does happen for a reason. I try to make sure that I don't put too much pressure on myself. I actually had a full-time job doing something that didn't feed my soul. I'm at a computer and I'm typing and I'm helping people, but I'm just stuck. And sometimes we get stuck in life and you really have to sit back and you really got to reevaluate. Is this bringing me joy? Is this bringing me passion? And I felt like I was a different person when I was doing that. I've had so many different challenges in life. My biggest challenge being in a car accident that almost took my life and having to learn how to walk again and being in such a dark place and depressed and getting so addicted to just saying this is it and it's not it. I want people to understand how important it is to really connect with something that feeds your soul, because if not, you're just wasting time. When something is really causing shift in your spirit, learn how to navigate to something else. And I feel like I learned how to really step out on faith and really pray and really ask God, help me navigate. Yeah, that's how I rock many hats, having faith and keep going. Who are some of the exciting guests? I have a lot of good people lined up, and I want to bring people from different walks of life and different careers, from real estate agents to brokers to social media gurus to people that are in fitness to people that do different careers. And I want to challenge them by coming on and just picking their mind and asking them questions. And I have a lot of good things lined up. I got trivia games and I have, different things that I have in store. And like I said, I am always thinking, I am always coming up with ideas. So I never know. But as a start, I just want to bring people on that have a different voice. I feel it is so important to understand different walks of life. Everyone has a story. Not every story is super, heart jerking or super emotional. Some people haven't gone through the extreme, but everyone has a story. Everyone has been connected with someone that has a story. And it's so important, especially in today's world where we look on social media and things are just a highlight and it looks so good and it looks so, and we compare it to our lives and we forget that behind the scenes, people really, really took a lot to get to where they are. And I think it's so important to get behind the scenes a little bit. So that's what I want to do. And that's what I want to voice, because it'll inspire someone. They're home and they're like, how do I start a business? How do I take off? How do I do this? And if they can hear other people and see where they started from, see what they went through, then that may motivate them to say, you know what? I'll keep going because this person did it. I can do it too. And that's all I want to do. I just want people to come on and share their journeys to inspire others. I've been inspired by a lot of people. I want to give voices so that other people can know that they're not alone in these journeys. So a story that inspired me to really get into real estate. I love real estate. I love homes. I love connecting with people. It's a cool experience. And like I said, just knowing it's a challenge. It's also very challenging. And I'm a very, very competitive person. So that was one aspect, just falling in love with the homes. But the main aspect is connecting with people and seeing what they want. Everyone has a reason why they're doing something: renting, investing, selling, buying, commercial, residential, um, agricultural. Like everyone has a reason for it. And I meet so many people that are just telling me their walks of life and their whys. And I'm watching Selling Sunset, I'm watching all these real estate shows, and it's not more so the prettiness of the clothes and the glamour. That's cool too. You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of people do fall in love with those things, but you have to really listen to the stories. People are going through, as much as reality TV is scripted, people really do go through these things. People are going through losing children, going through losing parents, going through divorces, going through having cancer, going through so many different things, and still showing up for their careers, especially in real estate. It's challenging, especially when you're at a certain level. For someone looking to take on a new chapter of life, whatever that chapter is, I want to say, just do it. Don't wait for the perfect time. I did that. Like, when is the perfect time? Do I need to have like $50,000 saved? Do I need to? If you wait for the perfect time, that time probably will not come. I'm not saying to take away strategy. I'm not saying to take away timing, but take away the mindset of, I have to do this before I do this. You don't know. Life is going to continue to throw curveballs. It's just like, go for the moment, create the opportunity. Don't wait for the opportunity to create itself. Because if you wait, someone else is going to take the opportunity that you've waited for. Have faith. I am spiritual. I will always speak. Have a connection with God. Pray and really channel in what is important to you, what is important to your loved ones, and really just do it. Just do it. Don't wait for the opportunity. Sit back. Now, I'm not going to say just jump into something without a plan. Definitely have a plan. Definitely understand what you're getting yourself into. But once you really have it, that conscience of, I'm ready, I'm just scared. Don't be scared. God said, don't fear. The only thing we should fear is Him. So just do it. And that's all I can say is create the opportunity. Don't wait for the opportunity.